Now, this has been going on for weeks, and next show we probably have a lady on here, so we're gonna bring it up again.
Okay.
Have some ladies' opinions and stuff like that. But I seen this. I think you've seen it too. We had spoke about it early in the week. Gentleman, older gentleman. I guess he's a little bit more distinguished financially, and he's talking to another another gentleman, and he was telling him, "You're not a man if you go 50-50 with your woman on bills, right?"
I don't think he was saying you're not a man. I think he was saying this is why you should go 50-50.
No, he said the exact words was you're not a man if you're not paying 50-50 in your house, right? Or your bills. He said real men take care of all the bills. And basically he was telling them, and he was like, yo, how can I basically take care of the bills if I'm only making all the bills and not pay 50-50 if I'm only making $14 an hour? And he said, well, you got to do better. You got to go get another hustle. You got to do something. Now, for me and you spoke about it already. We see certain things the same, but we see some things differently too. For me, I just give my opinion. I hate the false narrative sometimes that he said he was saying, some people say he was saying it like nicely to him. I still think he was trying to big bro him. Just because you say something nice doesn't mean he ain't trying to big bro dude. That's just my opinion. And to me, when he was talking to him and he was telling him it's his opinion and it's his truth, right? I can't knock a person for their truth. But my problem is when you got, once again, these platforms and you got all these young men listening, we live in a country that men don't make $100,000. They don't make six figures. We live in a country
most men don't make six figures.
It's like 1% or 5% or something like that. I forgot the number. Y'all can look it up real quick.
I don't think it's 1%.
I think it's like 5% make six figures or something like that. Look
it
up.
No, most men don't make six figures
in this country, right? So not only that, we live in a country where the average household men and women are making like $30,000 each, right? So, and we live in an economy that's constant inflation. I don't care if you in New York, you in the middle of the country, you in California, everywhere is going up. You can't live off of that one salary and you have a family. So we don't live in a time where, when I was growing up, I tell everybody, my mother sent me to the store for some bread. I buy bread for under $1, bro. You understand what I'm saying to you? We was getting a slice of pizza for this is crazy. I'm saying slice of pizza. We was getting a slice of pizza for 75 cents with a can of soda. You know what I mean? I went to go buy a pizza pie. I bought 3 of them the other day from the pizza store. It cost me $80 for 3 pizza pies. We don't live in that time. And I don't want people to make this false narrative like it ain't cool to be a young man. Now, you working towards something, I don't have a problem with that. Working towards, paying all your bills in your crib, that's not what I'm saying. But you 20 years old and you got a girl or you and your girl engaged, y'all trying to get it together and figure out life, y'all should be working together hand in hand to figure it out. You can't put all that burden on that one dude because then you can't build nothing. And not everybody's made to be a millionaire. Not everybody's made to make 6 figures. People got to go work at the cable company. People got to go work at the bus station. People got to go work as being an exterminator. People got to do those jobs. Everybody's not gonna be a millionaire. Everybody's not gonna make 6 figures. So this ideal, sometimes we put in people's head like, yo, they gonna make 6 figures, or they could take care of a whole household. When we know we live in a household that gotta make like 70, 80,000, maybe 6 figures just to survive, bro. When you talking about kids, child care, we don't live in that. And then when you got this dude going outside to put his life on the line to go sell drugs or go rob something, then he was stupid for doing that. Y'all got to make up your minds, bro.
I mean, for me, I have 2 things to say about that. For one, I don't like blanket statements, right? And what I mean by blanket statements, I don't like when people say one thing that's supposed to apply to everybody. To each, his or her own. Everybody's situation is everybody's situation. Now, one thing that I do agree with what you said, which I pulled from that conversation, is I don't think that he's saying that every man is supposed to begin paying for everything. I think he's saying that every man should strive to get to that point, right? me personally, if I'm gonna speak for myself, what I'm gonna say is this: when I was in my mid-20s, I thought the 50-50 thing was cool, right? But as I got older and I matured more, I think what it is for so long, just like you, I've been taking care of myself, right? And I've been paying my own bills. I've been paying my own rent. I've been paying the electric. So for me, when a woman moved in with me, I didn't see a reason for that to change because I've been doing that shit for so goddamn long.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? And in no way does that mean that I feel that she shouldn't contribute in some way. But I just feel that to keep the dynamic clear between us, I don't feel that a man needs to pay all the bills, right? I think, okay, it's cool for the woman to pay the electricity, for her to pay the cable. But me personally, as far as what I believe, I do believe the man should cover the rent or the mortgage. I do believe that. I think it just keeps a dynamic of respect in your home.
I do agree. I don't need nobody to help me. I've been paying, a couple of $1,000
this
every
is
month
what I'm
on my
saying.
mortgage.
Like,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I don't need nobody to be like, oh yeah, I've been taking care of that all this time. I'm just saying I don't like the fact that people come in and you tell these young people like, yo, listen, people got to have a starting point to build from, bro. Before you can get here, you got to walk before you crawl. And what he said in the video was, a man shouldn't be with a woman until he could take care of himself fully. He shouldn't like go get a girlfriend.
I agree and disagree at the same time with that, man.
don't believe in that, man. That
Because
sounds crazy.
because you know what it is? I agree simply because I think that when you take on a relationship, you take on a partnership, there's a level that you should be able to contribute, right? But in the same breath, I also believe that it's good to deal with a woman when you're not all the way there to make sure that she's there for all the right reasons.
So yeah, I hear what you're saying, right?
Like
but it's two things, right? For me, I also think people are helpmates to one another. That special person can help push you and drive you to some place, and you can help push that person and drive them to some place.
I agree.
Right? That's one part of it. The other part of it, we had another conversation separate, and we're not gonna get into that conversation earlier. And this is why we was talking about what we were talking about with some countries, people go and get younger women. Culture, the father will go give his 13, 14-year-old daughter to a man who can what? Provide. Right? So his 14-year-old now goes to a man because she's going to be taken care of. Sometime he give back the father cattle or whatever the case may be, because as a payment for his daughter. It's like, yo, y'all can't have your cake and eat it too. Right? Do you want to go back to times with somebody saying, yo, oh, here you go, because he can afford you here. And you're going to go with him, and we trading you like you a card or something like that, like you one of those basketball cards or something like that, or you're gonna figure out somebody that you can grow, you can build with, bro.
But you know what's so crazy?
That's where that come from, though.
But you know what's also so crazy for me? I don't even think it's about the woman not contributing. I think it's about.
I'm talking about his thing.
No, I know.
I'm not talking about what
no,
you're
no,
saying.
I know.
I'm talking about the video.
I think it's about the man being able to provide to the point where the woman, if she goes out there and she does whatever, she works this, it's because she wants to and not because she has to, right?
But we don't live in that environment, bro. There's no way, especially if you live in New York City, California, and those type. Yo, listen, the rent that we charge now is same as the mortgage.
Yeah.
You talking about $4,000 or $5,000?
Sometimes more. Like,
Nobody, it's not because she don't have to. No, it's because she got to work. Because, listen, if we want to live in a certain type of lifestyle, we can't pay $5,000 a month, $4,000 a month. Plus another, what is it? How much is child care? Like what is child care, Suave? Like $700, $800, $1,000. My homegirl said she paid $1,200 a week or something like that. Some crazy number. You got 2 kids.
But look at that argument, right? Because to me, that's comparable to the argument of primary custody and secondary custody with children and parents once they split up, right?
Okay.
If you want primary custody as the woman, then you shouldn't be counting on child support. You should be able to take care of that child. And the reason I'm saying that is because they say in 80% of the cases when men take custody of that child, the woman provides nothing, bro. There is no child support or nothing. That man takes care of his kid. I think about my situation's a little different, you know, because my daughter's mother died. But I think about when my daughter came to me when I was 13, when she was 13. Bro, I had no help from nobody, bro. I had to take care of the goddamn bills. I had to take care of whatever child care, clothes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hospital, whatever it was for my daughter. You get where I'm coming from? My oldest daughter came to me at 17. From the time my daughter came to live with me, her mother's never given that child $1, bro. You understand where I'm coming from? And if I choose to take on my child, then I should be able to afford the goddamn bills. And for me, it's sort of the same thing with having a woman, right? Not saying I disagree with you, but for me, it's like it goes back to the whole. Bro, I've been taking care of myself for so goddamn long.
I agree with you.
And pain. Like
Mo,
I'm so used to it.
I'm so used to it. I'm not talking, but I'm not talking just
No,
for
no,
me.
I get
I'm
what you're
talking
saying. You're
for
talking about
masses
for people in other situations.
and other
I get what you're
situations.
saying.
And you know, listen, if you live in New York City, there's no way that you could go to New York City.
How about this?
You make it $40,000, $50,000
How about
a
this?
year.
How about this? Let's put it
The
like this.
projects is costing $3,000 a month.
Let's
now,
keep
bro.
it
Like-
simple. Let's keep it simple. If a woman wants a man that's going to pay all the bills, then find a man that can pay all the bills. And if you don't want a man that can't pay all the bills,
Then you gotta
if you
shoot
want a
that-
man that can pay all the bills, then don't get with a man that can't pay all the bills. It's that simple.
But
it's
then
that simple.
another thing too, and then we're gonna talk about new age women. And then when we talk about men paying the bills so much. And like I said, you come to my house, I've been paying all the bills myself. I don't care about that. But a lot of these women don't want to do traditional woman things. Everybody want a traditional man.
Yep, but don't want to be
Nobody
traditional
wanna do
women.
nobody want to cook every day. Nobody want to clean.
No, it's not nobody wants to cook. Nobody wants there to be the expectation of them cooking and them cleaning.
and taking
But
care of the
because
children.
I'm not your slave.
So
Am I your slave? God damn it.
you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So, listen. And I also think men should cook. I think men should clean. Men should take care of the kids.
I saw
You know,
a vid- I
he
saw
like,
I saw
we
a-
supposed to be doing this too.
But I saw a video where this man was saying something very interesting. He said, I think part of the problem is the fact that it's so clear of what is required of men these days, but there is no list of what is required of women.
No.
There is none. There is absolutely because
he said
because
I think
because
he said, didn't he say in that they always say happy wife,
happy life,
but
yeah.
nobody says happy husband.
When the truth is it's happy spouse, happy house. That's what it should be. Happy spouse, happy house. It's not happy wife, happy life. But there's a list of the expectations of men, but the expectations of women is pretty much subjective, right? It's all depending. Well, you don't really have to cook and you don't have to clean. You know what I mean? It'd be nice if you did, but you don't have to, right? But a man, you have to provide. You have to protect. You have to do this or you're not a man. But with a woman, you don't have to cook. You don't have to cook. You don't have to clean. That doesn't make you not a woman, right? So you have women who are out there where there is no bar set for them to really hit, bro. It's just them being a woman is enough. And I was having a conversation with someone today where I was like, that's why I know I'm not sure if you saw what I posted today when I said at mention an amazing father that you know, right?
I reposted.
Because it's expected of us, but we don't get acknowledged for it, right? Because the truth is, a father, if he falls short, he's a deadbeat. He's this, he's that. All a mother has to do is be present, and she's the greatest mother in the goddamn world. Although she falls short so many goddamn different places, they still put her on that pedestal.
Let me ask you this question.